How's it going, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Before I begin, obviously, with the nature of this video, God bless Donald Trump for becoming our 47th president and being inaugurated for a second term. I hope to God that he turns around all of this nonsense that we have been enduring for the past 4 years with the whole climate nonsense, with us not being energy independent like we can be, with the control of our thoughts and our language and being forced to accept people that we find spooky and strange and weird and misshapen. Listen, man, I've said this in my previous videos. I went through the meat grinder. I was homeless. I had nothing. I was sleeping in the street and sleeping in my car. I was falsely accused of a lot of things. I was accused of being a 9/11 fraud and all this other stuff. Even recently, I've had a fight to defend myself in the courts, and I continue to fight, and I'm not going to go down like that. And Donald Trump has literally taught me a lesson that when you get put down, when the world is against you, you have to keep fighting through. You have to keep pushing. You have to keep moving, no matter what, because nobody's going to save you except for yourself. Sure, if you have family and friends around you and they truly care about you, they'll have your back. But at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself and you don't fix yourself and you don't make yourself good and you don't make your life good and you don't improve upon yourself, which is why I started my eBay store, for example. By the way, the link is in the description box below if you're interested in helping to support the channel and picking up some sports cards. I actually got 2 sales last night, and I'll see if I can get those packed up. Unfortunately, it's Martin Luther King Day along with the inauguration, so the post office is closed, I believe, today since it's a holiday. But with that being said, you have to pick yourself up and reinvent yourself, and you're going to be put through things that you'd never thought you were going to be put through. And yet here I am, still going, still persisting, and still never letting go of my beliefs. So this is my MAGA hat collection. I actually have 2 more on order. And if you've ordered from Trump's website with any of these, and here's my stick rule for me to point out each one of these so that this way it saves me on physical effort. Yeah, how lazy is that, right? Anyway, so I actually have 2 more hats on order. They come as, I guess the only way to put it is that they manufacture them as needed. They're not like, the It What Who, Disney Plus, Star Wars, Marvel Universe types that just keep pumping out toys and pumping out toys and pumping out merchandise. You buy a hat, you get a hat, basically is how it works. So that this way the market isn't flooded. It's a beautiful strategy, by the way. So, which means potentially, they literally make your hats on the spot when you pay for it, but it does take a long time. I mean, the Victory hat was probably the one hat that took the longest to arrive. But this just showed up, and this one came fairly quickly. I guess they manufactured these pretty fast. This is the Inauguration hat right here. But anyway, I'll start from left to right. So that's the original MAGA right there. This guy. That's an 8-year-old hat from when Trump first started all of this. And then he segued into the Keep America Great hat. And this hat I really didn't like. It's just the way it was designed. Like, it's really pointy in the front here. I really don't like it. Oh, and by the way, like with all of Trump's hats, they're all made in the USA. And if it doesn't have this on the inside, most likely it's a counterfeit and a fake. So just be aware of that, folks. Then we have the revised MAGA hat with the larger boldface print, which is awesome. This is from, obviously, his first campaign. Right there, you got the 45, Make America Great Again. Trump 2020, when he was running for re-election. Unfortunately, we all know how that worked out. You know what I want to say. Obviously, given the fact that Trump, in a landslide, won this latest election and won the popular vote and all the swing states, it's left us to assume that certain things took place with the previous election. And look what we got as a result. I can't say it straightforward because then, you'll be labeled a conspiracy theorist and a racist. You know how this works. This is the Christmas MAGA hat. I've only wore this a couple times since I bought it. You could see like all the lights and whatnot. I actually wore it once or twice this Christmas season, but I really haven't worn it all that much. It's dated 2018. Got the American flag on the side there. Really nice holiday hat. And obviously today was Inauguration Day, so we come on over here. Actually, I might as well just pick these up and show them to you. Well, so much for the stick rule, huh? This is his 2025 Inauguration hat. This one just arrived fairly recently. I'm very happy to get my hands on that. And then, of course, you'll recognize that that's the updated MAGA hat with the bold face on it. It's got the American flag. It's got the 45-47 on it, as you can see right there. Then we have his victory hat. This is another one that took a long time to arrive, unfortunately. When he was declared winner as president, this hat represents that, more or less. Then we have his black Never Surrender hat right here. I actually ordered for a second one of these, but unfortunately it hasn't showed up yet, so I'm still waiting on that. I guess because the black hats, along with the Trump Vance hats that he released, I guess they're taking longer than usual. So, you know, it's a lot of excitement going around here, ladies and gentlemen, of the biological type. Then we have one of the rare Halloween hats, Keep America Great. So this was manufactured during his second time out. And these are going, like, especially this particular hat, these hats are going for extreme amounts of money on eBay. So just be careful, because there are a lot of fakes out there. You really, really want to be careful if you're going to pick out a Halloween hat. And then we have the reinvented MAGA hat, which this is another hat I barely wear. I might wear it once in a while, but great little collection. Again, like I said, I've got 2 more on the way, but they only pump them out when they manufacture them, so I must be really deep in the queue at this point. I ordered them probably like around Christmas time. And like I said, you know, some of these hats, they do take a very, very long time to be made. They make them at a request-only basis. You know, I don't know how to word that. Basically, you know, you pay for a hat, you get a hat. They're just not manufacturing these like crazy. So, again, that's a good business model, so that this way there's no wasted material or anything like that. So, and of course, all the money goes to his campaign, which is great. But here you are, my Trump collection of all my hats. And as a little addendum to this little collection of mine, you'll recognize this if you watched one of my YouTube shorts. Let me just prep this here. Like always, I do my videos unscripted. This is the same make and model vest that he wore when the Democrats called us all garbage. So I was able to track one of these down. Don't pay more than what you should for this vest. The exact name of this is the 3M Walls work vest. As you can see, the tag is right there, by the way. There was some idiot that was selling these for like $200 to $300. They're only like $15 to $20 each. I actually bought 2 of them. I bought one for my car just to put in the passenger seat. And then I bought this one to wear around like a goofball. So, but that's the Trump vest for when we were all called garbage. Who's garbage now? Whoops. But anyway, there you have it. That's my Trump collection. God bless Donald Trump. Again, I just watched the inauguration. I was so proud and so happy to see that man. They tried to take him out several times. They dragged him through the court system. Of course, he was acquitted through everything except for my former home of the criminal, radical, fascist, socialist, leftist, communist, Marxist, hashtag MeToo, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, anti-white, anti-family, anti-parent, anti-police, anti-Trump, bedbug-infested crime and regime of the COVID concentration camp, illegal immigrant refugee camp, pro-diddler, pro-pedophile, pro-non-self-defense regime of New York. Isn't it disgusting? But I'm sure that now with Trump in power, we have the House, we have the Senate, we've got the Supreme Court. That felony conviction will definitely be thrown out. There's no doubt in my mind that that will happen. So, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out my content and watching my videos. Again, if you want to help support the channel, check out my eBay store. Unfortunately, yesterday was a bit of a strange day. I started listing some Topps Chrome up on my eBay store's page. I had to stop because some stuff was going on. And I'm going to try to list some more today if I can find the time. And thank you for the 2 customers that did buy cards off of me yesterday. I actually sold a Aaron Judge PP1 short print from Topps Update. And I believe it's a Ronald Acuna Jr. from 2023, Topps Chrome Lids, Mitchell & Ness. So I'll try to get them packed up as soon as I can. Of course, the rest of you will already know that when I ship out my orders, unless it's 1 or 2 orders, I'll do a YouTube short so that this way it reassures my customers that, yeah, your cards are on the way. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. The country is ours once again. Here's to normalcy. Here's to natural selection. Here's to survival of the fittest. Here is to not handing out freebies because you think you're a thing. I mean, things are going to change so much, man, and I cannot wait. And I also hope that Trump goes after social media like YouTube, for example, and does away with Section 230 or whatever it's called, so that this way we can actually engage in true speech. You know, you don't have to be an ass to people, but at the same time, you know, you always have to walk on eggshells because you never know what social media is going to do. I mean, even seeing Zuckerberg, by the way, you know, on TV like I did just now, you can't trust him. He's basically people like that who are now all of a sudden jumping on the Trump train, like Snoop Dogg. Don't trust these people. They're mercenaries. Be very careful of who you see around him on TV. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe. I am your host, the Carolina Collector. Don't forget, I got an eBay store called the Carolina Collector 001. The link is in the description box below. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. And God bless President Trump. And yes, he is your president no matter what. Take care, folks.